we need to be flexible, agile, we need to adapt ourselves to different markets, spend time and understand what you can do, what you cannot do.
Giulio, thank you very much for being here. We are at the Badrut's Palace here at St. Moritz at the Chairman's Retreat, and it's a pleasure to have you here as always.
Thank you so much. It's a very good pleasure to be here in this amazing location at the beginning of the year.
Fantastic. Before we talk about career, before we talk about the market, for those that don't know you and your organization, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Giulio Passanisi. I'm a partner and head of real estate Europe for Sixth Street. Sixth Street is a very dynamic organization. I joined this group back in 2013 when we were 50 people globally and we had like few billion of AUM. Fast forward to today, we have over 125 billion of assets under management, 700 people globally, and 270 institutional relationships.
Amazing.
I'm based in London and I run the real estate team.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, so have been there for 12 years already, 13 years now, and you probably saw a lot of things in terms of developing teams and the culture of the organization. Only a company with a very strong culture can reach such a numbers. What can you tell us about career, culture, and how you run things in your organization?
First thing I would say is culture is the backbone of Sixth Street. Everything we do is, in everything we do, the culture is the most important piece of our organization. We always talk about, we always spend time on, we always try to be what is a one team culture, one team mentality, cross-platform collaboration, and try to be all together.
Very nice. And why real estate? Did you have there are not many kids that say when they are very young, say, "Oh, I want to be in real estate." Of course, we don't have that. Or maybe you're an exception.
No, I actually started my career back in 2005.
Right.
And so at the time there was a time where real estate was booming. So
Right.
was maybe random.
Right.
And but I liked it and I kept going. So it's been more than 20 years investing in real estate across Europe and globally as well.
And what excites you the most when it comes to real estate? Finding capital, deploying capital, building teams, developing projects. What kind of things in this world makes you happy?
Throughout my career, I've done all of the above, and I like everything.
A combination.
A combination of all of them. Today, I run a real estate team, so I run a team, but also I spend a lot of time on underwriting deals, teaching, mentoring, helping more junior people getting where we think they should get in their career, and I spend a lot of time with the team.
Very nice, very nice. You started your career back in 2005. After 3 years, we had the global crisis. The real estate collapsed. Then we had other bits and pieces throughout the years, COVID, and currently we live in a global landscape, which is quite tough, with a lot of uncertainty, a lot of questions. How did you learn to navigate in such an environment?
Yeah, I mean, we all know real estate is volatile, it's cyclical, so we need to be flexible, we need to be agile, we need to adapt ourselves to the different market, but even more importantly, we need to be able to run through the cycle. So spend time and understand what you can do, what you cannot do, and adapt yourself on what's next.
A lot of things are changing, but if you had to highlight one thing that you believe will change in real estate in the next few years, what would that be?
Look, the returns, the value creation is not on vintages anymore. You need to be flexible, you need to adapt yourself to find those returns, and you need to work much harder to get there. And obviously, it's not even the asset classes are changing. So what we do at Sixth Street is, and what what we would love to do more and more is being seen as capital, like flexible capital solution provider for great companies, great assets that today are starved for liquidity, but have repriced in the last couple of years, and it's like very good quality assets. On the other side, we like backing growing platforms which have a very attractive unit economics, and that's what we do in every asset class. I mean, the last couple of years we've spent, as probably many of us, lots of time on living, and within living we have like different sectors and industrial, but we can do it with every asset class.
Now, one last question about the markets. You deploy you invest in different markets in Europe, right? Is there any country that would catch your attention at the moment that you think that is promising better returns?
For us, Europe is a limited number of countries because, I mean, as I was saying before, you need to be flexible, adaptable, but also you need to be deep in the local market. That's like super important because Europe is is a conglomerate of different countries with different people and different culture, but also different languages and different legal systems. So you need to be deep in the country to be able to invest successfully in Europe. And for us, Europe is a handful of regions, I would say. And within those regions, I think, I mean, look, we're spending a lot of time in the UK, which is probably the most, I wouldn't say distressed, but it's where we're seeing the most attractive returns right now. And then we're trying to do more in other countries like Germany, Italy, Spain.
Giulio, there is one question that we like to ask here, especially at Samoritz, where we think way beyond the money, the results, but we talk about legacy. In 10, 20 years' time, 30 years' time, what kind of legacy would you like to leave to the market?
The legacy I hope to contribute to this industry goes beyond the financial returns. I mean, it's all like, of course, it's like extremely important, have good returns, have good performances. But my legacy will be about building a culture that is truly investor first, so an environment which is collaborative, it's flexible, but even more importantly, is resilient to the face of change. So this is a very important point for us because you can build a team in the good days, and then this team doesn't go the right way when are not good days. And in this moment, in this cycle, it's like make sure that the team is able to navigate through changes and through tough time is extremely important for us.
Very interesting.
There is one thing that we always say at Sixth Street, and it's facing the tiger, which means when it's a tough time, we go there, try to fix it all together and very quickly, because this is what brings good returns to our investors. While other people, most of the time, trying to wait, kick the can down, and wait for the dust to settle before they go. So for us, is being upfront, all together, and try to get it done with a very short term.
It's a very interesting conversation. I think from people from outside looking into such a giant company don't realize how much energy you guys put in culture, career, and legacy. Very nice.
We have done just another example. In June last year, we always do team events. I mean, we like to spend time together because we collaborate not just within the real estate team, but with the entire office. And one of the team events we did last year was rowing. And the first thing the coach said when we got in the water was, doesn't matter how strong you are yourself, but you're not going to win if you don't row together.
Very interesting. Giulio, I appreciate it. It was a very insightful conversation. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.